of tricks, and it's the kind of bowler which is quite classical of sides in the UK. It provides a different challenge, doesn't it?
I had the great pleasure of watching Benny Howell bowl in the franchise cricket.
Yes.
He was part of a team that I was involved in, and his repertoire was fantastic. And them sort of bowlers are very, very tricky and often match winners.
Yeah.
So they can either take the pace off and stick to one side and try and force an error in the batter with lots of different repertoires, pace off, different variations. And that's what you want from, these type of bowlers. And they'll bowl wicket to wicket. Keeper up, lots of pressure.
Very Benny Howe-like is Prashad. He sprints in with a little bit more gusto this time. Building some good pressure here.
And this is the type of bowler who can build pressure, keeper up, get through the overs very quickly. Before you know it, you might be on 21, 22 overs and you've not added too much to the scoreboard. So quality cricketer, straight into great lengths, and this is the type of pressure you want.
A little bit of grit from the surface. Draws a loose shot from Kushal, plays it out to square leg for a single. It's often thought about in the second innings of a 1-0 game that when two slower bowlers can get through and over really quickly, all of a sudden the chasers have lost overs in their run chase, and it can also be a massive pressure builder. But it's also so important in that first innings. They got off to a great start here, Nepal. A bit chippy into the leg side, and there you go. Something's starting to brew, isn't it, Kasim?
So 2 loose shots straight away. You can see them towards the back end of the overs. Kushal hit one out to square leg, wasn't the best timed, miscued, and obviously Bim there chipping one up to mid wicket. Half a chance, but nobody there to really catch it. But this is the type of wickets that you'll get from the likes of Prashad, Benny Howell, inverted commas bowler. But no, if you've got quality bowlers in your side who can offer that variation, pressure, that's a great skill to have.
Back of a length, cut away, good stop. Like a little bit of spin off the surface as that cut shot was sliced to backward point, wrong-footed the fielder in there. Jonty Jenner doing some good field. Ward is in again. Another similar cut shot. Beats him this time. It's going to be 4 more. Just beating Jenner on the right shoulder. And balls out to that cover boundary have raced away today.
And he's made that shot look very easy. The transfer onto the back foot, minimal. Cut behind, actually in front of backup point, if you like.
Full toss from Ward, almost brought about a chance, but it was into a gap, a lofting punch. I was about to say how, I was just starting to think whether maybe we might see a bit of a get-out shot from Nepal. Maybe that pressure building was slightly beginning to get the better of them, but when they can pull off shots like that, especially Kushal, just back of a length and guided just past the fielder with precision. For reverse sweep this time, well fielded. Good piece of work from Charles Prashad, who's the sign of a bowler who's looking to partnership. And those dots can be so important, signals like defensive boundaries for the Nepalese fans.
Bit of innovation from Bim before. I like to see that.
Ward bowls, good area that one. In at the stumps, brings the pads into play, brings the stumps into play, and that ends the over. 9-2-3 for 1, couple of good dots to end. It feels like it's changing. 9-3 for 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And coming into this second phase just after the hydration break, if that's what we're calling it.
Don't get yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure you got your views. But it seems like the momentum shifted a little bit. The intensity's gone up. Yeah, good quality set up at the moment. 93 for 1 off 19.
Pashad runs in. Played straight back to him by Bim. Can't quite work out what they're saying out there. Looks like they're asking for a reaction, and sometimes they get a little nod of approval from one of the batters. Kushal's been giving them a little bit of support, and it brings an almighty cheer. Drives inside edge up to long on. A big flowing shot there from Bim. Missed time though. He practices it again in more flourishing style. 94 for 1 now.
I can see something happening here. I just feel there's going to be a loose shot or a wicket coming just against the run of play.
Does feel that way, doesn't it? And despite there being the odd boundary, Jersey are giving them nothing. Nepal are having to really work for their shots here, work for their runs. Patel's the kind of player who could come down the wicket and hasten an authoritative shot, but he'd have to go out of his way to find that.
Yeah, 48 of 60. I think he'll want to get over his 50 before he starts to just open up a little bit. But again, Prashad's providing that pressure. You know, there's different quality deliveries now with variation coming on. I can just see something happening, something popping, something off a length, miscue shot coming and a wicket coming just against the run of play. I can see that happening.
Nice drive there from Patel. Going to come back for 2. It's a quick turn. It's going to be close. 2 runs taken. But it is a sign as Patel gets to 50. Very, very good knock from him so far today. It's been a lovely gradual incline in his rate of scoring. Started out slow and careful and is picked up on boundaries. Great knock.
Absolutely fantastic knock. And exactly what you want on your first tour game, if you like. In these conditions, as an opening batter, he did start slow, and that's okay. That's no problem at all. 50 of 62 balls, and he's really shown his repertoire of cricket shots as well. And he showed his experience. He's not gone after too much. He's been careful in his decision making, but he's really tucked into the short stuff. So fantastic to see.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Kaz. The way he's climbed into those pull shots in particular, as you mentioned, has been top class. But we have been saying the pressure has been gradually building. And these two are bowling well in tandem. Rashad and Ward not giving much. You've already seen a reverse sweep as Bim has looked to keep his scoring rate up. Don't think it's the end of an unorthodox shot from him. Full delivery. Pushed out into the covers. Find a single. Sharky gets the non-strikers in. Moves to 20. Now the man who's just got to 50, light on strike. Whether that will free him up or whether he'll continue to bat in the same way, we'll come to see. Cut shot, it's gone in the air. It's just popped through the hands of Jenner at backward point. Was that a chance? And it's run away for 4 to rub salt into the wound. I'm sure we'll look on a replay just whether to see if that did carry. What do you think, Kaz?
Looking from here, I think that was a chance. If anything, he's probably waited on it too long. Could have gone forward in the dive, maybe catch it in front as opposed to on the side. Not sure, but again, the standards of Jersey, you'd think that's half a chance. But like you said, it's gone for 4 as well, which hasn't helped. Double blow to the bowler.
Yeah, just judging by the reaction of Jenner, he's just looking up a little bit into the sky now. He looks a tiny bit dejected. So by our body language reading, it might suggest it was just a drop. As that one spins in, brilliant delivery. Must have been the googly there from Ward. And Bim has not picked it. Struck into his pads. Good delivery.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Benjamin Ward so far. The leg spin, I think he's found the right pace. great to see that he's got an alternative delivery as well. Good variation.
Comes back to the orthodox leggy, which is played out towards long off for a single. You've heard a few cheers from the Nepal fans. There's a big one just a few balls ago where Nepal tipped over their 100 in the 21st over. But Ben Ward has been impressive, as you say, Kaz. A little bit shorter, guided well to short third. Shot picks up. That ends another over from Ward. It's always incredible. It's incredibly important that a team has got a leg spinner who's consistent with his lengths. It's so challenging. He's also clearly got a googly, one really Bim. But Ward looks like a good player who's going to have a pivotal role in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, and a pivotal role in the squad as well moving forward. Especially in subcontinent conditions where they might be playing the next tournament. It'll be interesting to see how well he can contain, just maybe getting a little bit tighter with his line, but overall, lovely rhythmic action, very smooth at the crease, really gets through the crease a lot, great pace, revs on the ball, good to see.
Bouchard rolls to Bim, who defends. Now, just a quick point on Bim. He seemed to be going at close to a runner ball as he ticked into the late teens and up to 20, but now he's really started to dry up, and it'll be interesting to see his reaction to that. Whether he starts to let the pressure get the better of him or whether he stays calm. This is a big shot over towards long on. It's bounced in front of the fielder. It's been well fielded. Just building on my point there, Kaz.
Is that the pressure you were talking about? Just a release of pressure. Fantastic cricket shot, though. Full length, full pitch ball, hit out into the deep, and you can sort of see that about Bim. You're 100% right. Started off really well, run a ball, and just started to slow up a little bit, maybe putting a little bit of pressure on Kushal, but overall, it'll be interesting to see how long he holds out, whether he can actually accelerate as well. Last thing you want to do is start anchoring the innings too early. But yeah.
Well, the great anchor in this format continues to rotate the strike, and it's something that Bim hasn't quite been able to do over his last 15 or so deliveries. Kushal taking a lot of strike though. So he whips this one to mid-wicket, but I think just in general, Kushal has stopped scoring quite so many boundaries. I think this change of pace from the Jersey bowlers opting to go for spin slightly earlier on than perhaps a traditional 50-over game, but these two bowling very, very well in a partnership.
Yeah, they are, and that was the pressure I was talking about at the interval, is whether they can rotate and get some bowlers on there who can actually create a bit of pressure, have two different game plans against two different batters, and more importantly, get through the overs quite quickly, and that's exactly what these two are doing.
Down the leg side, good take there from Dunford. I've got a friend who works in cricket, and he gets quite riled up about the amount of appreciation a keeper gets for taking a ball down the leg side. A bit of the Roy Keane, it's your job. Punched off the back foot to cover. It was a good take though, Dunford, let's be real. That's the end of the over.
Quality take down leg side, and you're right, it is their job, but it's a lot harder than taking it on the off stump. But he's a good quality keeper, very busy, loves a dive and a roll, as you can see, but a good set of hands behind the sticks.
He loves a sprint out to square leg as well to go and field off the bowling and prevent a potential two. It's been class behind the stumps so far. Dunford. It looks as if we might see a change in the bowling. Ward, after bowling quite a few good overs on the trot, it looks like we're going to see Nick Greenwood bowling from the far end. He's got ball in hand. I think this is a good call. I think as the batters begin to maybe get a little bit more comfortable at a certain end, I I don't think it's a problem to rotate your spinners. Yes, Benjamin Moore was bowling very well from that end. It'd be good to hear your thoughts on. I imagine different bowlers are different, right? Some love to build up long spells, really get into their rhythm, and others don't mind being rotated. Is this the right call, would you say?
Yeah, it's the right call. Off spinner coming in. I would have probably given Benjamin maybe an over or two more. He was really getting into his straps. I thought his rhythm was good. He was looking to attack the crease. Maybe it's a change of ends. Maybe that's what they're probably looking to do.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Greenwood starts slightly back of her length. They've gone for a quick single, been running to the danger end, but it's a good decision. Good piece of work from Jonty Jenner in the covers. I think you're right. I reckon Ben Ward will have a change of ends. It'd be good to have a little look at the bowling figures at some point soon to see who's got overs left in the bank. Greenwood is in. Good reverse sweep from Bim. Trotting out towards the backward point boundary. Glorious shot. It's got the biggest cheer of the day from the fans at deep point. And the poor fielder out there, Harrison Carline, has been having to do a lot of boundary or running over the boundary and picking the ball up. Not a terrible ball from Greenwood and clattered away. Great reverse sweep.
Yeah, and obviously from a cricket point of view, if you're talking about coaching, he's putting on the pressure straight against the bowler straight away. He's really looking to put intent on there. Any loose balls is going to capitalize. The pressure also comes from the intent of going reverse sweep, because now he's brought a different sort of element into the game.
He's gone for it again, more of a paddle this time. Picked up by scampering Jonty Jenner.
And often what happens when you've got a reverse sweep as well, your margins for error as a bowler becomes very, very narrow and small. So he's putting pressure straight back onto the bowler.
Poses questions. Bim goes back this time. Brilliant batting there from Sharky. Just as we started to talk about, maybe he was beginning to get a little bit stuck in his ways. Can really change the start of someone's innings, can't it? And all of a sudden bring about a short ball and she can work away for a single. Great batting. Kushal beats the field a bit, looking for two here. It's going to be on the strong arm. Nice deep wicket he picks up and throws. So it's an easy two for Kushal.
Yeah, Kushal looks like he's got a lot of time on the ball at the moment. It looks quality, and anything that he's touching at the moment coming straight out in the middle of that, his timing looks impeccable. So yeah, I think he's well into his day's play. 60 off 71 balls. You're right about Bim. I think he's just, one shot maybe changed the confidence, maybe changed the momentum a little bit, and then he followed it up with a really nice soft hand shot into sort of square leg. Great to see. So innovation and then the soft touch. Great to see.
So you're right, Kaz. Another brilliant piece of commentary work as Ben Ward changes end. At least you're not gloating about it.
Absolutely not. Why would I do that?
Don't know if you can hear just how proud Kaz is next to him. Here comes Ward then. Change of ends. Just back of a length and well worked into the covers by Bim, who seemed to got his bounce back. Feels like his style of play slightly diminished over the past few overs, and that brilliantly timed reverse sweep before has brought himself back.
Yeah, and that's the sort of passage of play that you need from a batter perspective. You might have positive starts and you might have some quiet periods, but you need to know where your get-out shot is and where your option is.
And Kushal's just played one of his get-out shots with a brilliant sweep over backwards square leg. This man looks to be the calmest man in the place, really. He's been picking up singles and twos just past fielders. And he's also clattered the ball away to the boundary with significant ease throughout his knock. 64 he moves on to. That one's shorter, doesn't get a hold of it. He mistimes a cut out towards deep cover. I'll move on to 119 for one.
I'll be interested to see how Ward adapts to this change of ends. So far, wind coming down across the ground. So it's bowling with the wind, if you like, going across him.
Good work from the keeper, prevents a single.
Busy, isn't it?
Just to say, Jersey is still well and truly in this game. And I think what's really showing how well Jersey are bowling at the minute is Bim's strike rate. He's a player who loves to be active at the crease, loves to stay positive. And he's going just a tick over 50, which shows they're not giving a lot to the batters. The single's taken into the offside. And Kushal's oh no, here's overthrows. Bit of backing up. Hasn't worked. So Jenner's going to have to come in and pick it up. So an extra run added. And it was Zach Tribe, I think. He let the overthrow go past. He was a match winner in Jersey's last match. Full delivery. Punch down the ground. Good diving stop, though. That's Samaroa in there. And that's an end to Ward's over. Nepal 121 for 1. Oh, yeah, so just building on my point. Patel, who's a player who can go at an astonishing rate. The fact that he's not going at 100 or over is also just adding to that, how well Jersey have bowled. Yes, they haven't taken that wicket, but they haven't let the game get away from them.
Yeah, 100%. And it's interesting to see how or when that little break's going to come. They've bought some quality deliveries, and they've been good in the field overall, generally good in the field overall. And they're getting ringing the changes with the bowling changes, which is good. They're not letting anybody settle. So it'll be interesting to see how well they can just get into this next passage of play in terms of the next 4 or 5 overs, whether they can pick a wicket. And you never know. At this moment in time, obviously Nepal look comfortable. They've got a set batter in Kushal, who's on 65 or 73, and obviously eagerly supported by Bim, who's 30 or 51. It'll be interesting to see how well these two can kick on and how long for.
Richardson's back. Starts for good length delivery. This is an interesting play. Pace is back on. We've seen a lot of success and dot building for spin, although you've got to feel the Nepal batters stayed comfortable.
Yeah, they were, and 16 overs into 24. I think still Nepal was still in charge of that. Even though there was some pace off, dot balls built, they've handled that pressure really, really well.
Some good pace from Richardson there. And this again, we're entering now a new interesting part of the game where spin and slow bowlers started to get on top, and now we're going to see if pace can bring a breakthrough, because I think Jersey's got to hold their nerve here, and the fact that they've gone for just 121 runs, they're going at 5 runs and over. Still well and truly in this game, and 1 wicket could change things, bring out a new batter. So on drive up to mid-on, there's no run. The ball hits the stumps with a throw, good throw, but didn't really seem necessary. So I reckon we've got a little group of about 25 Nepal fans. That's a deep point. I didn't. Although it's close, maybe you can count them down the live stream. Clapping away.
Getting the party started, aren't they?
Yeah, they're doing very well. I think one of them's playing some tunes out of his speaker and they're clapping along. Good to see. And Richardson's come back into the bowling when he started very well.
Yeah, impressive 4 dot balls. Been good. Lengths have been good. Pace has been good. Rhythm looks really, really good. So yeah, overall good start to his second spell.
Hit a hard length consistently. And now we'll see how Patel deals with a few dots in a row. How he's dealt with any pressure so far this game is calmly, and then he's hit a good shot for 4. Let's see how he copes. He's going to look for a single this time. It's going to be close. Another sign that with a little bit of pressure Jersey builds might bring something. It's definitely having a slight impact on the Nepal batters. Two batters that are set. They won't want to face too many dot balls in these middle overs as they are about to tick over the halfway mark. 122 for 1. Shouts of encouragement for Rico. Halfway through his run now. Off the outside edge. I thought there was a noise for a moment. A couple of claps from the keeper in appreciation and hands on heads for George Richardson. Brilliant, brilliant over. Goes for just one. He's got the 1 wicket so far today, and that last delivery was brilliantly executed. 122 for 1.
Yeah, great to see. Started really well, finished really well. Great lines, great lengths. Impressive start to that second spell. 25 for 1 off his 6 overs so far. And it's a different challenge again to the Nepali batsmen. They're going to have to deal with some pace coming on.
Yeah, they certainly are, and I reckon we might see a change of bowling from this end too. Greenwood bowled 1 or 2 overs from the far end. Will be returning on from this one now. Be good to get a nice little picture of the full scorecard, because Nepal are in a great position. Bowlers have rotated. They built up pressure at times, but just haven't quite got the breakthrough. Nepal sitting 122 for 1. Are in a very, very strong position. There we go. There's the scorecard. That's the story so far. 25 overs gone. Kushal Patel is batted with the ultimate class. 66 off 78. Asif Sheikh was the man to go for 16. Brilliant full Yorker from George Richardson. And he's just come back on and started brilliantly with an over just going for 1. Right, into the second half of this innings for Nepal. Here's Greenwood. Continues with his off spin and a dot to start off.
I think this is a better end for me for the off spinner, bowling into the wind. I think he's going to cause some problems from this side.
Might accentuate the drift. This has been mowed out towards deep mid wicket. It's going to land in the gap and skip over the boundary rope for 4. Poor man out there, Carl Lyon, again has to pick up another ball from the boundary. What are your thoughts on that, Kasim?
Some intent shown, but just as we were just speaking about, bowling into the wind from an off-spinner's perspective, another repertoire that can help you out. That held up for a long, long time.
Into the wind, that shot. His top edge, this sweep is going out towards short third man. It's just bounced in front of him. And a chance is going to come for Jersey here. They've got to stay. They've got to keep at it. As the wind and rain starts to pick up, Greenwood is causing some issues with the drift.
Yep, and I'm not sure whether we missed a signal from the dugout here to get on with it. I'm not sure.
This one's just flat battered into the offside. What has this halfway point done? I think Nepal are almost thinking that if they keep going at this rate, 250 almost won't be enough for them. They won't be content. Feels like straight after a drinks break. It's all happened. Another sweep shot. Samaroa gets a good stop on it. He gets a good hand. Carline comes in, prevents the second run. As the rain begins to patter down with a little bit more strength. Real angle of the rain. You know, on a windy day where the rain sort of comes in almost at a 45-degree angle, really blowing across the ground here. This one's a bit fuller. Played out towards Jonty Jenner. It feels like if Greenwood can maybe chuck a few tempers a little bit above the eye line, these two batters, they're wanting to go after it, and there's been a couple of top edges in that over. Well, that concludes it. 129 for 1 after 26.
Yeah, fantastic over from Greenwood. Good to come back. Obviously leaked a boundary in there, but that's okay. That's the one that stayed in the air for a long period of time. Slight half chance. There's been a miscue in there as well. A couple of singles from the batters, and they're really looking to take the off spinner on. So interesting signs, but definitely on from the right end from my perspective.
So often that an off spinner can get the ball drifting past the bat. This is short. It's uppercut. It's coming towards the commentary box. And it's just hit the bottom edge of the sight screen. I thought I was in action there for a minute.
You nearly set off.
Came roaring past us. Bouchard not able to cut it off. It was well out of his reach. Shocking short ball there from George Richardson. Well played from Bertel. Uppercut for 4. Moves on to 76. Oh. There from Inikaz.
Too much in front of me to get past, I reckon.
Oh, playing a miss. Again, George Richardson. It feels like he's come up on almost a different bowler. Yes, took a wicket in the first spell, but it feels like he's a changed man. He's bowling very, very nice.
Yeah, this great rhythm, pace, exactly what you want from the fast bowler. It's good energy at the crease, good length, brilliant, brilliant to see.
It's just got a little bit chillier here at Granville. Richardson bounds in. Good length and cracked out to cover. Another shot from Patel where he stands tall, throws the hands. As our camera operator seeks shelter. Richardson posing the right questions. As the flags aren't quite fluttering with quite as much wind. 3 flags up there at the minute. Richardson's in, draws the edge. It doesn't carry through to keeper Dunford, who we've been very impressed by here in the commentary tent.
Yeah, very active keeper. I think he's just taken off his arm as he's rubbing. Bim seems to be rubbing his left arm. He's come off his arm there, and that would probably explain why the ball's sort of pitched short, going en route to the keeper.
That's a good point. Took out the pace of the delivery there. Just been kitted out with a jersey quarter zip. Back of the length. This one's coming closer towards us. Great uppercut. Excellent effort from Charles Bouchard, but he can't quite get it. Skipping along this now slightly skiddy, damp outfield. Great effort from him. But Richardson, he's got a couple of quick bouncers, but they've been put away with class by these 2 batters.
Yeah, and a great effort from the skipper there, racing away to the boundary, threw himself down to try and stop that ball. Really unlucky in the process, but a fantastic cricket shot and a T20 shot to explain the skills. But he had the pace and he had the trajectory on there.
Self-moved to that solid shot from the young Suryavanshi. This one whipping just over mid-wicket. Not too far above his head. It's now in hot pursuit as it skips over the boundary rope for 4. 4 more to Bim Sharkey as he's beginning to really get into this knock. 3 boundaries from that George Richardson over. Not a lot wrong with it, but it's been duly punished. Nepal 142 for 1. And these 2 now really getting into their innings. Kushal on 77. Sharkey moves to 39. He's time to just pick up his scoring rate. I think we're going to get a change of attire from co-commentator as well. You're listening to Charlie Harden and Kasim Ali, former Q8 head coach, to provide analysis, and he's made a couple of brilliant calls already. And now we're going to see Greenwood continue. Now, we've been talking about this a little bit recently. With the off-spin from this end, the wind is coming from right to left as the bowler looks down the pitch. And the drift off-spinners get brings the ball in the air towards the left-hand side. And especially on pitches that might not be quite as receptive to spin, that drift can often bring the ball skidding past an outside edge, and a batter might be expecting a little bit of turn back in towards the stump. So if Greenwood can get his line right here, we could be seeing a little bit of extra challenge for the batters. Now, Laugh has come in the ring. Deep cover is out. There's also 2 out on the deep square leg boundary, 1 slightly in front of square and 1 backward. So a long on as well, which this punch finds as a plane flies off in the distance from the Jersey airport. Wasn't on good eyes on that one. Greenwood stands at the top of his mark. Into the pitch, and the open face of the bat from Bim. Says on 39. At what point do you think Jersey are going to start to get a little bit nervous here? Because yes, Nepal aren't going at a terrific rate. It's that reverse sweep. It's the shoulder of Dunford behind the stumps and is no run.
I think at 2 points here, obviously once they get to 35 overs and they've not taken a wicket, but also from Nepal's point of view, they probably want to see a couple more batters get involved, so that they might look to sort of bump out Kushal and get another person in just to get some time in on the wicket. But it's settled nicely for T20 cricket, isn't it?
It certainly is. That's a good call. Greenwood in. Down the track comes Bim. Completely mistimes it as it's towed back towards the bowler. Greenwood again building up the dots. And we've seen it. Quite an expansive attempt there from Bim. Ball left in the over. Single on the first balls, followed by 4 dot balls. This one's lofted up towards mid-off. Clatters into the thighs of groundsman Birrell. I think I've got to stop calling him groundsman Birrell because he's a very fine cricketer as well. Might call him cricketer Birrell. Anyway, 143 for 1 and a good over from Greenwood.
Yeah, impressive over there from Greenwood. He's gone for 16 off his 3. It's been a good start. Bim seems to be the one where I think he's just starting to hold up one end. Maybe needs to start moving on. It's difficult in these conditions as the bowling change once again comes through and Edwards comes back onto bowl here from the right end, in my opinion.
Yeah, he had 1 or 2 overs from this end, which weren't too much worse than the ones he's had from that end, but he's building up some good pressure before the change. Now he's back. Again, with the conventional drift that a leg spinner can get, the wind is helping it. But he's getting some good turn too. Now, I might have mentioned a little bit earlier a couple of pockets of blue sky that weren't actually there. There is now nothing at all. Not even a debate. The cloud remains high. It's slightly dense and grey though. Sweep shot from Patel. Expertly put away. Running down the slope. It's going to be 4 runs added. So he moves into the 80s. 82 now for Kushal. It's been kind of day for him. I mean, I can't really think of a real chance. Yes, he slashed one to Jonty Jenner, which was incredibly tight. That's when he just moved past 50. There was one at the beginning of the day with Samaroa taking the shoulder of his bat. But other than those 2 moments, he's looked class. Punch with power out towards deep cover. Good stop in the end.
Yeah, and often at this level, unfortunately, them half chances you're going to have to convert. You don't often get full chances, and you're very lucky if you get them repeatedly. So half chances definitely you're going to have to convert from somewhere. And the Jersey squad have definitely got that. They're fantastic in the field. There's some great outfielders. So it'll be just a matter of time now.
Bowled him, bottom edge onto the stumps. Bim was looking to hit it over mid wicket, and it's the googly from Benjamin Ward, which takes the wicket. A brilliant little spell of bowling. He's been brought back on from the end. He was enjoying a little bit earlier in his spell. And he's taken the wicket now, Bim Sharkey, who falls for 39 from 63 balls. He looked good at times, but also it felt like he was starting to absorb a little bit of pressure. And the breakthrough comes off the bowling of Benjamin Ward, and you've got to say, well deserved. Absolutely
well deserved. I've been very impressed with Benjamin Ward so far. Again, I think he's come on from the right end. He's a ball that delivers. I mean, I think there's been a bit of an inside edge there. It's gone rattling onto the bottom of the stumps, the base of the stumps, and fully deserved from my point of view.
Skipper's next out. Rohit Patel, who wasn't too disheartened about losing the toss and being put into bat. I think he was pretty happy about that, actually, to be honest, in his interview at the toss. But the Jersey players is exactly what they needed. A little breakthrough. Now Rohit's an incredibly strong batter, coming in with plenty of experience.
Into the centre of the wicket, give some exposure. Captain's now in, because he was struggling a little bit there towards that passage of play, especially after drinks. Held up some crucial balls, and you could see the manner in which he was playing them shots in as well. He was just getting edgy as well.
Well, it's an interesting point for Paul to think about. He looks incredibly fluid at times, Blim Sharkey. But also at points, just as you say there, Kaz, time's just dried up, couldn't find a way to keep the scoreboard ticking. Benjamin Ward flicks a ball from right to left, now he's in. And that's a nice googly to start off with. Rohit reads it well. Starting off with the googly.
That's confidence. I mean, that's brilliant to see.
He hasn't missed a mark with that ball.
No, he hasn't. And again, impressive to see.
Ward lobs it up, and nice shot from Rohit, diving summer rower does the fielding. He covers a big area in there, doesn't he, Julius?
Yeah, he does. Big lad to get down, but he's done fantastically well. Great set of hands.
Driven in the air through cover. More work for Kalai on the sweeping offside boundary. That ends the over. 150 for 2, I'm going to say. Maybe 149. We'll get some confirmation in a minute. We'll say 149 for 2. If we look at the scorecard, Bim Sharkey the last to go on 39. Falling that over. Big wicket there for Jersey, which has caused the Nepal fans to get a little bit quieter.
Yeah, speaker's gone off on it. Claps have gone. But they'll be animated soon enough. They're a group of fans that normally throughout the day lively as Greenwood continues on this pavilion end, if that's what we're calling it.
I like it. Greenwood in. Turned into leg side by Rohit, who moves to 2. And there's the 150 for Nepal. Greenwood with a Dennis Lilly-like moustache. It's a very good piece of work there he's got. There's a change in the field. Up comes Birrell from long off to mid off. As Kushal continues his innings in the calmly flat fashion he's played in throughout. 84 he moves on to.
Yeah, and what's impressive by him is the cricket intelligence that he's showing. Early doors didn't really get going, but then capitalised on in the middle period really, really well. Showed a flurry of explosive movement, boundaries, and also the element as well. So great cricket intelligence.
A gust of wind and rain causes the umpires to have a little look at each other. Rohit pushing with a back foot weight transfer towards Birrell. He picks up and throws back in. You feel he changes to the man who's slightly more set. The deep leg side field gets stopped up with another side square. Drag down from Greenwood is dropped into leg. No run. Nick Greenwood continuing his spell of bowling with similar patience. He's not going searching for a wicket. He's looking just to dry up the Nepalese batters.
Bolt.
And appreciation from his teammates as he closes out another good over. Nepal said 152 for 2. The main man Kushal on 84. Rohit on 3. Another good over from Greenwood comes to an end.
Yeah, fantastic over there from Nick Greenwood there. 19 off 4 overs, only leaking 3 singles. Great area, good pace. As the rain starts to come in slowly.
It's consistent drizzle at the minute, and it's always made worse by a heavy gust. The clouds seem to be getting slightly lighter, but the rain is getting slightly heavier. We're going to continue here, though, through Benjamin Ward with the breakthrough in the last over of Bim Sharkey. Very full into the toes of Nepal skipper.
Ground staff have got it just about accurate, haven't they? We said there was going to be a little bit of something coming down around about 1 o'clock, and right on cue we have a little bit of something coming down at 1 o'clock. Shots.
Beautiful crunching stroke through point. Glorious. And the Nepal skipper, so often through that area we've seen runs today. Square of the wicket on the offside, slashed with power and time to perfection, skipping along the square, and it's 4 more.
Yeah, he's made that look really, really easy, hasn't he? Just over pitched slightly, allowed the batter just to sort of drive hard, gone past Jenner, who's not really moved at all, gone crashing to the boundary.
Cut shot, beats a diving Jenner, good stop in the end. One-handed stop. Ward now has the ball back in hand, using the towel to good effect. And here comes Ward again. Solid defence from Rohit. They look for a quick single. Good work from Jenner as he throws to the non-striker's end. The rain's getting quite a lot heavier now, but we're safe in the tent with a good bit of manoeuvring and certain gadgets. Umpires seem pretty keen to keep going out there, though.
Not quite sure the players are, though.
Especially not Patel, who sits on 85. I think he'd be pretty happy to go running in for an early lunch. As this one spins in through the gate. The googly has been masterfully today by Benjamin Ward. Running back to the top of his mark now. Maybe he sees a potential break and play incoming. Bowl slightly more on a leg stump line. And the umpires, I think, are going to call a rain break here. Signalling on the covers, which seem to be brought together by a tractor. It's Grace Witherall from Jersey Women, the assistant groundkeeper, is running out to go and support with the cover application. But this gives us a nice time here to reflect here, Kaz. With 31 overs gone, Nepal said 158 for 2. And Jersey, they should not be too disheartened, should they? Yes, a good batter in Kushal Patel has hit a magnificent 85 not out, but Jersey have bowled well enough to keep themselves in the game. And it's when you start adding a couple of great position.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just after the drinks, if you reflect back to the last break, I think what Jersey have done really good. Nepal sort of took the 5 overs after drinks for me. And then since then, it's all been Jersey. They've kept on the pressure. They've done really well. Interesting to see how these two batters are going to come back out after this rain break. But they've done really, really well. Really impressed by Jersey and really impressed by the bowlers that have come on to slow the game down a bit.
Well, thanks for that, Kazim. That's Kazim Ali you're listening to, previously head coach of Q8. I'm Charlie Harden. We're going to take a short break for the rain, or we hope it's short, as it's beginning to get a little bit brighter. But soon we'll be back, hopefully with some more cricket here at Greenville.